Jason Rzucidlo reporting for AmericaJR.com. I'm standing on the set of the new Hollywood movie Sucker. That's right, it's called Sucker, and it's being shot right here in downtown Pontiac.
I prefer not a lavender, more of a royal purple if preferable. Something else I need to try on.
So it's suspension rod?
Yeah. It's going to be, you know.
Sure, no, but that's you want me to cover both of them? No. Yes, you come over here after you say, was I? Good news, sir. That's when you travel here.
So check your frame.
My name is Lloyd Kaufman, Troma Entertainment. My role in this film is not really a role. It's more like a bagel or maybe a bialy. I play the chairman of the nuclear power plant, and the protagonist works there. I fire him, and that starts the unending series of bad luck incidents that befall our hero, who eventually turns into a large mosquito.
So what has your experience been like with the filming here in Michigan?
Well, I mean, I'm here in Michigan to learn. I've made movies for 40 years for Troma, primarily in New York City, and Michigan really has called out to me. So my friends were making this movie. Stephen is a good buddy. So at any rate, I'm here to help Stephen and with the wonderful production, and I hope that the Troma fans will, as they always do, if I'm in a movie in a small part, as long as I don't have a big part, if I have a small part, the Troma fans will support me and support the film. So I'm very excited, and I wanted to really see what's going on in Michigan, and I really see that it's booming, and LA is not exactly exploding with production. New York is doing very well. New York has an extremely good film commissioner, and the state is doing very, very, very well. So.
Do you think you would be here without the state's 42% tax incentive?
Would I be here without the state's 42% tax incentive? Michigan's the greatest incentive. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm here in large part because of my friendship, and also I'm a huge ham, and I probably would be here. I'm one of those people that will go to the opening of a sardine can, as Sylvia Miles, the great Andy Warhol temptress used to say. So I'm a movie nut also.
Okay. Yeah, we make Stinger. I think Kevin.
And now that you're being mean with it, let it go. His point of view.
Stop away. Put it in our messy room. Andrea, do you want to put? Is Michael done with makeup?
Everyone's done for that opposite.
Okay. So good. I can
face.
I'm cool with it. But I just remember growing up and going to the video store and just having like a whole shelf of independent films, like horror films and stuff like that. You just don't see that.
Did you ever think you would be doing films in Michigan?
No. I didn't. No, I never. But I've done films pretty much everywhere, so I'm open to pretty much anything.
Talk about your experience here, like how it's been so far doing the films, and if you'd like to come back again.
Definitely, I'd like to come back again, and we're already planning our second one. It's the experience with the crew here has been wonderful. I've really enjoyed it. I'm not a huge fan of the weather, as you can tell, because I'm a little nasal at the moment. But other than that, everybody's been really, really amazing, hospitable, and I've had a great time.
Do you think you would be here without the tax incentive?
I don't think we'd be here without the tax incentive, because there's other places to film that I don't have to fly so far and aren't so cold, and there's different locations that are obviously available. California doesn't have the incentive, but Arizona does, and so does New Mexico. So there are places closer to California, and they're warmer, but this offers a much better incentive, and there's a lot more reason to film here, and especially, like I said, working here with a lot of the young people that are so interested in film. I can't stress enough what a difference that makes to have such a supportive crew.
Be careful of this. Thank you, sir.
Anybody snag a pen from the desk? Anybody snag a pen from the desk? How's that?
Can you talk about the plot of this movie?
Yeah, it's it's a very comic book type of story. I mean, the quote that's out, it's kind of like a lovable loser kind of guy. He's a good guy, but he has the worst day of his life, and basically everything that can happen badly to him or does happen. And so he gets fired. He thinks he's going to get promoted, but he gets fired. His car gets towed and impounded. He finds out that his wife is cheating on him with the guy who got the promotion instead of him, and he actually tries to do himself in, and he can't even do that right. So he just it's a bad day. And at the same time, there's a mosquito-borne virus that is going around the world that's like 100 times worse than the West Nile virus. I mean, it's killing people all over the place, and so all these different pharmaceutical companies are racing to make a cure, and then there are some not so nice people that end up abducting him and doing an experiment on him, and because he's worked at a nuclear power plant for the past 11 years of his life, he's not the right guy that they should have tried to experiment with, because terrible things happen, and he becomes a half man, half mosquito, and things happen. He's a really good guy, but the people that did him wrong have to pay, and they do, and that's kind of what. So he's a hero / anti-hero. Hopefully, the people that he takes care of, you're actually rooting for him in the process because they're bad. We've got another, I think, 8 days. So we've been here for 3.5 weeks. It's a 5-week shoot, so it's primarily been Pontiac. We had a couple days in Troy. We've got a couple days later this week at OU, the campus in OU. We're going to use the Shotwell Pavilion and build a good-sized set there and shoot there, because I do a lot of stuff with the school, as you know. Yeah. And yeah, but Pontiac's been great. It was the right decision to come here. It was the right decision to work with the city. Everybody has. It's been a partnership. I mean, it's really been a partnership with Pontiac in helping them make this movie happen. And I mean, Pontiac police officers and cars and fire and EMS, and they're in the movie. You know, so the movie takes place in Pontiac. You know, we don't say it's, you know, Smithville, USA, shooting in Pontiac. We actually, you know, we're making it take place in Pontiac.
Hey, Kimberley? Yes. Or,